This poem is called A Room Where Time Doesn't Exist. The other night I had a meeting. It started with a strange man's greeting. I'll grant you an unknown wish. Let me take you to a place where time doesn't exist. Listen, I'm not trying to play any tricks, just trust me on this. He turned around and walked across the floor to a newfound door that was never there before. Inside you'll find somebody you care for. He swore as the squeaky roar of the door hinge opened more and more. I looked carefully into his eyes, then took a deep breath and walked inside. In my sight, it was a small room, illuminated by one light. With the door on the other side, a mirror side of mine, and in the center right there stood a table and two chairs. I felt a cold chill in the air as the closing of the door gave me upright standing hairs. I hesitated before I sat down. The room temporarily bereft of sound, staring at the great bricks that made up the room's bounds. I felt my heart start to pound. Why am I here? The doorknob opposite of me started to swivel, and my heart flooded with fear. I saw the edges of a yellow coat start to appear, and out walked a boy as old as 10 years, and he started walking near. He took a seat and removed his hood. He looked quite familiar. Actually, we looked quite similar. Actually, he was me, but littler. Hey Luke, I know you don't know me, but in 10 years you know me perfectly. I know that may be hard to see, that I'm telling you what's gonna be, and I know you can agree. It's weird hearing this from somebody you don't recognize, and I won't lie, seeing you is a surprise. I know you've been having sleepless nights, and your mother and father and you have been having a lot of fights, and you're dealing with a lot of feelings inside. Just trust me, that's just part of life. Sometimes it's not a pretty sight, so please just listen for the future. I'm here to give you some insight and some advice. Look, you may think the plot's already set, but trust me that the things that have the greatest effects will become your biggest regrets. But don't fret, because they'll help you get to be a better person, and yet they'll still hang on your chest like debt until you learn to accept, and then you can forget. And don't worry about other people's definition of correct, because it's not always right. And be open-minded, because you can be wrong. Don't let your mood sink. More people love you than you think. Each are willing to help you faster than you can blink. And if you're not comfortable with that, convert some blood to ink. A journal will help you express what's within. Those pages will always be there to listen. They will help you clear up your vision and realize the gifts you were given. I know that all this information may be an overexposure, and I know you have a lot of questions without closure. Just take a moment and look on all the years on your shoulders. What have they taught to their owner? Now realize that answers will keep coming as you grow older. The days may seem that they are ticking on slower, and you may be wanting for it to be all over, but keep at it and keep going, my little soldier. I know you think the future's in somebody's hands. Well, let me inform you that you're the holder. I know from experience that at times your heart is going to ache, and at times it's going to shatter and break. It's going to be a lot to take till you're crying or your hands start to shake. I can relate. Please know that it's okay. I know you're in a bad place, and I can see it all on your face. Just remember to breathe and have some faith. It just wasn't your fate. There's someone out there for you to share your life with, and it will be great. But until then, don't let yourself be consumed by hate. I know my face may not show, but I believe in you more than you know. In these upcoming years, I'll be proud watching you grow. I'll be there every second you undergo, and ignore all those insults those bullies throw. They may make quite the blow until it starts to hurt so bad you're on the ground and start to burrow, letting those feelings be tucked below. And the roots of depressions make their intro. That's why I'm here, for you to listen to my audio, hoping that it's the hand that plunges through the snow, through the ground, and grabs your elbow and toes you back to the ground right side up so you can stand on your own toes. I know because those words are the words that we've been wanting to hearing ages ago. So Luke, I say hello. I hope you inject what I'm trying to interject. Kid, treat yourself with respect. You'll always be a mess, but my mess that will make it through the stress and try their best. Because I look at you now, at how you look at people around, the days you were down, staring out the window, feeling destroyed, just a boy filled with a void, a hole through your soul. I am sitting here talking to try to help you cope. And my 3 greatest words of advice are: don't lose hope. Life is a thin, tight rope. Just know I'll hold your hand anywhere on this globe. And if you need a reminder of all these words, here's this poem, in an envelope.